Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of our 4th Age Total War North Rhun campaign. We are the attacker in this battle against some invaders from Rhun, from the big chiefdom of Rhun, and they are north of the Iron Hills. This is one of several stacks that we're going to have to face before we can, make a move into the east and start taking some of their land and getting some of our homelands back, actually, that we had abandoned in the beginning of the campaign. So already you can see that we are able to hit these Easterling archers of theirs with our longbowmen, who are a good distance back from our front line. So we're just going to allow this archer duel to happen, I think. They've got 2 more units of Easterling archers here. They've got a few axemen and some spearmen, but most of this is going to be their Easterling warband. They do have a goodly amount of cav, too. I guess 3 units of these Eastland Raiders, which are not bad. These are a light Lancer unit. There's 56 of them in the unit, and although they are very scruffy looking and not very strong in prolonged melee, they can pack a punch, I guess, to use the cliche, when they are in a charge, and especially when there's a lot of them coming from different directions. I'm noticing, actually, we also have a bit of a height advantage here, so that's very nice. The interesting thing about this battle for us is I think this is the first time we're going to see these Hillmen axe levies in action. So you can see that they've got axes in their hands and they've got axes at their belt to represent the fact that they're throwing and wielding these things in melee. So basically a very light Francisca style unit. We're taking some losses here to those archers. We've lost about 10 or more so far. That's okay. I'm just going to eliminate this unit and then we'll move up, I guess. Not too concerned. I thought they were going to be a little more aggressive, honestly, but I think they're taking the slow and steady approach, which is fine. So we're going to deal with them here, and I think this should be a pretty okay battle. I mean, they outnumber us, I think, in terms of raw numbers of men, because they've got a lot of these units which are like 100 or 110, and we've got units that are much smaller in size. But we've got more cav, so we've got 6 of these chief's men, and we've got 3 of them on this wing, and you can just tell they're a lot better armed than the Easterling cav in the other army there, and we've got 3 over here, so we could just, surround them as soon as we've wiped out this unit, which I guess I don't need to do. But we'll do another volley. Let's start moving the cav, I guess. And then we're going to come under fire, right, because they're going to march those archers up, and we're going to have to deal with that. But I think this will be fine. Maybe we'll lead with the skirmishers just slightly and give them a few seconds to get marching. Let's see what they're going to do now that their archers are totally eliminated. Okay, bring out some axemen. That's fine. I guess then we'll bring everybody else. We'll probably group this just for ease of moving around. Alright, you can halt there because you're in range already. And all of these guys are at fire at will, so as soon as anything comes close, we're just going to start throwing axes at it. We haven't done that yet, but the skirmishers did take out a few of them with their javelins on the way back. Haven't moved their cav yet. So we'll take this nice and slow. This will be a nice, relaxing battle for us because I really think we're going to do fine. Yeah, let's get the cav out a little bit over here. That cav's getting into place too. So we do have these spearmen to worry about. I think that's it. They've got the 2 axes on each, one on each flank. And then they've got this unit of tough spearmen of Rhun. Of course, we can train our own version of this. So they're really not bringing anything that we don't have, or at least have the capability to train. So a lot of these battles are going to be, very even in that sense. All right, I'm going to actually ungroup you, and I'm going to ungroup the general as well, and we're just going to send everybody else running up at this point. And it looks like they want to go cav versus cav. So this could be kind of messy because they've got a charge, we've got a charge. So far we're doing great though, jeez. that unit's gone. Let's now support. And let's see if we can pay attention a little bit better than that. Did we get to throw? I don't think we did. We didn't get to throw. They charged us. All right, let's play back a little bit from these warband. And where's my levies? Right here. So they're going to try to get around the flank, which they will. And over here, doing okay. I mean, it's warband now, so I guess we should pull back. Not that they're that great, but they are, you know, a large-ish infantry unit. And their general is now in the midst of things, so we could send our own. I think he'll be fine. Let's get the warband. Yeah, let's get the warband at the back actually to shore that up, and we'll come in here on this warband group, and we'll get in here. All right, you need to get away. I'm not managing this very well. They've gotten through our center, and that Chieftain's Guard unit actually is their heir. They're just intercepting us with their annoying warband. Okay, let's come over here. Let's meet up in the middle, hit these archers. How's our general doing? 22, okay. Yeah, let's pull back, actually. Alright, we'll let him throw javelins for a little while. Yeah, more routing in the center. And that's Chief's men getting kicked away. Alright, what are you doing? I'm gonna lose this. Am I just going to casually lose this battle? Wow, I am. Or at least we're seeing a lot of routing right now. Alright, so we gotta focus on the air. 16 men. Let's see. That'll do some damage. We're starting to form up again. Yeah, these Hillman Axe levies, they are just levies. I think I may have overestimated them slightly. They are still just levy units. And the Chief's men really took a beating. I thought they were going to be just amazing and just plow over the fur-clad barbarians that we're seeing in the rest of the lineup here. All right, let's bring the skirmishers in. They can at least do some good. Where's that general here? He's got one man left. All right, and that should be the end of it. Yeah, let's just throw everybody in here. Okay, Spearmen of Rhun, that's right. They've got some tough units that I just figured would melt for some reason. Just pile this blob in here. This is a really, really unclean battle. I don't like how this is going. I'm as disappointed as you are right now. Let's send in the longbowmen because they've at least got some armor, I think. All right, you know, and our barding guys are probably pretty good. Let's send them at these warband. I guess I don't theoretically need to be risking my general quite so much anymore, but I thought these other warband guys would break, but we do still have spears. And that's probably where we lost a lot of the cav. All right, they're wavering, no. There's still 45 of them, but they are wavering. All right, time to pull the general back. And let's get this taken care of once and for all, please. Utterly tired. Wavering. Come on. Okay, there we go. And what do we have here? Geez, not a lot. All of these guys just absolutely got crushed. This is a very poor showing for the unit that I was so eager to get. So, I think probably what I should have done is not trained quite so many of them, right? I mean, I guess that's the answer. On the other hand, what do we have, right? We don't have a lot of options because we're in Outlands. So these probably are, like, about the best unit, but what we needed to do was actually throw those axes and get them some ranged attacks, because a lot of these guys just didn't get any missile attacks. They closed very quickly, the AI did. So they got in under the axes, and that's a huge part of this unit's advantage. Otherwise, these are probably like, you know, woodmen axes, essentially. All right, let's clean this up. And think about this. This was the army that I was thinking about sending into Rhun, right? I'm a little embarrassed now. This is also the snow, I think. This is winter. So this should have been a lot better for us, although I don't think these guys get a snow advantage. So, yeah, this was just a lot worse than I thought it was going to be. Now, we are going to get some of them back because we won the battle, but still, 58% of our guys killed. It is just terrible. Alright, we can probably just end it at this point. The enemy commander is slain, so that means the army is pretty much going to be gone. And that was an heir, so that's nice. But yeah, we'll have to rethink that. So I stacked up, I think, 6 of those axemen. Well, you know, what we are going to get is the next tier at some point. We're going to get the higher tier guys. And so hosting halls, okay, so that's going to get us our axe hurlers. And what is this? 6 turns away, right? Before you know it, we're going to have some actually good units. So 25 defense versus 15. So that's going to make a difference. And these guys have a 6 attack. The axe hurlers have also a 6 attack. But, you know, 25 defense, I think, is quite good. They've got the same number of men in the unit, so 80. A big increase in upkeep. But these guys can also war cry. So, and they get the combat bonus in the snow, which these guys do not get. So that's very interesting. So this unit is more like our native stuff. These guys just, I think anyone can get if they capture Dwarven territory. I estimate them highly because it does take so long to get them. You need to convert the population to Manish, you know, and it takes a while. But we will be working on this very soon. So are we in financial here? We did not commit yet. I think we're going to have to go military, right? Because we need a military or an open policy in Berez Doom to create the hosting halls to get us our Easterling Axe Hurlers. And I think we want to build that here so that we can get those units. And, you know, I think I'm not above switching it back. That was recommended in one of the comments earlier. I apologize. I can't remember who suggested that. But just get the financial, you know, build up all that stuff, and then switch the policy, destroy it, and build up the military stuff. And I typically don't like to do that. Here, I don't think it would make too much of a difference because I don't know how much money we're going to be making out of Berez Doom really anyway, at least for a very long time, because we are not trading with any of these people, right? Well, I guess we're not at war with Dorwinian. Okay, so this... yeah, I think we got to move them back. Let's check the populations. 1,300 in Berez Doom, and 1,200 here. So we can get axemen out of both of those places. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just send some of these guys back for training. Yes, Captain. Yes. All right, we've got a couple of units here that are ready, good to go. We'll split them out, you know, later, I guess. And we'll bring on, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we'll bring on 2, which could, I guess, it'd probably be better to bring you. Orders. March. Out of moves. But what else did we lose? We lost a couple of units of Chief's men, which is feels really bad. And I think what happened is I reached my limit of, at least in this battle, maybe it's too early in the morning or something, but I reached my limit of my ability to watch everything at the same time. So I let these guys get into bad matches. So that was down to me failing to use them correctly. But it's okay. So 48 is the unit size for these. And I don't think we can train them down here, no. So that's 2 more coming. We could go you and I don't like to lose this. I like to keep units around so that I can, you know, retrain them and get, you know, instead of combining all these to get a single unit, I would get a couple of them back to town, and then we would get 3 units in a single turn, right? It's just much more efficient that way. So that's what we'll do. That would leave us with, if we've got 2 coming and 1 here, that's 3. You know, I think we may want some more ranged, actually. And we don't have any long-range stuff that we can train, but we will need to pay attention to mercenaries. And when we get into the eastern lands, we're going to find slingers that we can actually pick up. Okay, so we're losing cash because we've decided to start building stuff, which makes sense. I'm fine with that. Okay, so Rhun wants to trade with us. Again, we don't share a border with them, so there's no point. We'll save that for a time when we can get some money out of it. All right, and Rhun is, yeah, they're just staying there. I think I'm going to fall back a little bit. Let's see if they follow me.
Move out. No more moves. March. Orders impossible. Move out.
And we'll just keep moving these guys up.
Orders move out.
All right, so we've got, yes, some more hillman axes to replace those that we've moved out. And Esgaroth is getting elven spies, as we can see. Right there. Yeah, they typically have very good subterfuge. The elven agents are really good, as you might imagine. And our income is going down a little bit. And this is because we've been, you know, training. And we are sort of running out of those funds. You know, who did perform pretty well was the Barding Watch levies. But that may only have been because in that battle, we only had 1 unit and they were back. And so they didn't suffer that initial, you know, charge from the enemy. So maybe they're not as, you know, maybe they're not that great. But we could perhaps get a bunch of them out of here without really worrying about it. What's the defense? 19 for you, 23 for you. So yeah, that's really good compared to what we have now. Let's take them all. Let's take them all up there. We'll get some Bardings. We'll see how they do. And we'll use the hillmen axes a little more cautiously this time. Okay, yes, we're going to retrain you. Let's bring you to Barra's Doom, where that'll be easier. I think maybe we'll only have... Well, okay, we're bringing in 2 more. So we'll have 6 total, but... Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so can we make more money in any place easily? And the answer is not really. Again, I'm holding off on these conversion buildings. It's going to be a while before they will actually make us money, and when they do, it'll also cause public order problems. At least we're getting a market going in Hjorth that'll really do more for public order, and crop rotation in Yodor. Roads in Barra's Doom will be helpful, so we're just got to wait. We'll also keep an eye on Dale into the west because, you know, Framsburg is like their capital now, basically. I mean, Bern technically is, but they don't have a lot here. In Framsburg, they could send some nasty stuff out of the west. Okay, but we've got an emissary in Erebor, and I think that was only for bribery protection. I don't think I really meant to do anything with him. And, okay. I guess that spy's subterfuge was not good enough, it turns out. So he had like max subterfuge, but he has been executed. Okay, so Hjorth has the market now. Is there anything else we want to build? We could go for control posts, but again, our population is just too low for us to really make good use of military buildings. We'd be able to train like 1 unit. So let's see. We could go with maybe land clearance, but that's, I think, not... Yeah, it's not very lucrative, and it doesn't help population, at least at that tier. So maybe because we're not making a ton of money, we'll just wait. We could go to Esgaroth for some more Bardings, get the swordsmen. I don't feel like we need it. But Yodor might be good. Okay, right, that's just doing crop rotation. Fair enough. We'll just keep waiting. Moving the troops over. Let's not get distracted. Okay, so this is going to be 6 more units. And that's more than we have, so we'll have to get rid of something. We'll merge some of these units, and it'll all be fine. But yeah, notice that Rhun army just standing at the edge there. And so I don't know what to make of this. Is this an AI problem? Like, can they not figure out how to get through that pass and to Berez Doom? Or are they just manning the border? That's what it looks like. So that could be the only... that could be all that's going on.
Yes, Captain. March out of moves.
Okay, making money again.
Yes.
And now we're going to spend it. So we'll retrain these 3 units. We will have 3 units of Chief's Guard. We got 3 here. That's probably all I really need. And having fewer will make it easier for me to manage them all. But let's see. We'll mix some of you and you. And we may want to swap out you as well, now that I'm thinking of it. But let's take you guys down here.
Move out. No more moves.
And you can get retrained.
Move out.
There we go. Now we've got 1 space left
Orders.
for, like, slingers, let's say. So I think we will start this army moving. Blod of the Northern Borderlands is middle-aged. So he still has some time. He did win that battle, although it was harder fought than we had expected. And we may want to time that battle for the winter season, because some of these guys anyway get the winter bonus. Although honestly, most of ours don't. It's really only the warband and the skirmishers. So we may not need to bother about that. Okay, Hjorth. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do this now, because by the time this is done, we will have a little more population at least. And maybe we can take a look too at what's going on elsewhere in the world, because Dunabar still holds southern Ravanian, but Dorwinian is of course doing very well elsewhere in the region. They don't seem to be making a move just yet though, so that's good. I think we'll keep the spy around here, because it will be important to me to see what Dorwinian is going to do, because this is really, really interesting. But it looks like the Reunited Kingdom has North Athelian, Harondor has South Athelian. Okay. All right, and something may have happened here. Maybe there was a battle, or maybe the armies just moved off, but this looks all of a sudden not very well defended at all, and we've got Reunited Kingdom armies encroaching. Alright, so we've got all those chiefs men retrained. Another spy chased out of Esgaroth. Maybe that was the good one. Maybe they've got... evidently they have multiple spies, but maybe the one we executed was actually not very good.
Move. No more moves.
Let's see. We can check him. Yeah, this is probably the good one, right? I don't remember the name. Gilron? Gliron? Glyron. Okay, I think this is still good enough to hold if Dale does attack, but it'll be a little while before they do. Now, let's... I am concerned. We've got all these old generals, and no one's producing children. This guy's seasoned. He's got a young-looking wife, but the wives only have a single portrait. And we've got no one coming up. So we're going to have to get adoptions, essentially. That is, I think, the trick of playing a horde-capable faction, because when you spawn your horde, you do get a bunch of family members in addition to all those units. And it's great at first, but it means that that generation is going to be around for a long time, and then you're probably going to lose a lot of them at the same time too, right? Because the number of family members you have depends somewhat on the number of settlements you have. And when you first settle, you don't have a lot of settlements, right? So the game is thinking, yeah, you're good. We don't need to have your family members, having more kids. And you only really get that much later, like well after you need it. All right, so we've got an annoying Dale siege here. I think we could probably handle this pretty easily. So that's what we'll probably do. All right, and we lost one of my wives, it looks like. So there's even less chance of having kids, and all of that kind of means that the family lines, like the sub-factions and the subcultures, those different houses and clans that you can see in the traits, those can become very random if you become a horde, because you just don't know where they're going to come from, and then you're going to lose a bunch of people. Okay, this looks exactly like the army we just fought. It's got 3 archers. It's got, well, this has maybe more skirmishers and less cav. But this should be easier to deal with. Let's see. You know, the other thing I'm noticing is it summer? I think it's the summertime, but we're still in the snow, right? So we should get our snow bonus in the extreme northern latitudes, even when it's the summertime. Is that how it works? All right, I'm going to have all my cav together, just so that I don't have to split attention. And, yeah, so the Axeman, the tough thing about having him as a line is you really have to pay attention to the line. And when people are getting close to it. So I want the skirmishers out in front just to slow down anybody, right? Like I don't think I did that quite last time, or I didn't pay attention to when my axemen were marching versus when they were standing still. They're going to be right above me though. This is going to be very annoying. Let's see. Let's get the warband, I think, down. Maybe that makes sense, and we'll get the swordsmen up and on the right because they've got the better defense, and archers and general. That's everybody, right? We don't have anything like really good. Yeah, there they are. All right, so can we get up here? Yeah. All right, we just maneuver them off of the high ground. Don't mind me. Oh, they're not going to fall for it, though. No, they're not going to wait. This is the episode of me bragging about how easy things are going to be, and then the AI proving me wrong. Alright, let's get the swordsman up here. Let's not wait around. Let's get our cav in the back. And the axes, yeah, we'll get them up there too. Skirmishers can run up, take some fire. I'm just going to start pushing these guys and see what they do about it. And I'll have those guys approach more slowly. Our archers can technically fire from here, but I want them closer anyway. Alright, General. Okay. That went horribly. I mean, I know we're fighting uphill, but my gosh, the Barding levies. Alright, so we're going to have to kill the general and then work on the morale of the enemy. Man, our armies suck. I mean, the funny thing is that these are also not good armies. This is why I'm feeling so confident, because, you know, fighting... yeah, he went down pretty quick. You know, fighting Rhun when they're producing tier 1 and 2 units, you know, should be easy in theory. Alright, we're getting some throwing now, and we're taking out, you know, some of these guys. That's nice. It always sort of throws me off how dirty the axes are in this and in the Rome Total War, you know, base game. When you have throwing axe units, they're just oddly generating a lot of dust particles. I don't know why. All right, let's throw up there. You guys came back. Oh, geez. Let's get you out of there. Didn't notice that at all. Alright, that's Spearman of Rhun, too, so... Okay, did you guys fail to take out archers? Fantastic. There we go. You did it. Alright, and, okay, we can, I guess... Maybe we can help with the Spearman. A little worried about that. Let's get you out of here. This is the toughest unit on the board at this point. Okay, Axemen of Rhun. Alright, our warband. I mean, our warband almost seems like it's doing better than some of these other units. Let's go over here. Get you there. Okay, I spoke too soon. Let's bail. I thought they were going to be around longer. All right, this is better though. I feel like we have more momentum. All right, I didn't even need to send in the general, so that's nice. Skirmishers. Okay, axe levies are throwing at something. Let's go against those axemen. We're cleaning them up now a little bit. I mean, this is all going to change as soon as we get one of our homelands back, because I think we really, you know, have a problem here, in that this is the best we can do, you know, for now anyway. We can't get any better units. I mean, we're going to get the Easterling axe hurlers. So that will be nice. And, you know, maybe I should have waited, but I'm a little impatient. I want to get going on our Eastern conquest here. All right, you warband should rout. You're being attacked by Cav. Your general is dead. I mean, it's not... Cav shouldn't necessarily make you rout, but the fact that you're being hit from the side or whatever seems like it should have had a more dramatic impact than that. All right, there we go. People are finally getting the hint.
From the field like frightened goats, hunt them down and slay them all.
Okay, I think that went better. We certainly kept a lot more of our Hillman Axe levies, but the Barding Watch levies did not live up to my expectations this time. So, you know, again, we were attacking uphill. They were locally outnumbered. I just thought that their defense was high enough that we could stand a little bit longer while I brought everybody around. But, you know, the Easterlings are surprising me in this episode. But yeah, you know, the problem is, of course, we take over these outlands and we can only get up to tier 2. We can't get anything good for a very long time, and so it's just going to be a bit of a struggle. But once we take the settlement, let's get our spy over. I guess there could be some people hiding in the hills, but there is a settlement here. This settlement is called North Rhun. This region. This is literally, you know, what we should have. So I'm going to just, let's see, rearrange some of you. I think we're going to keep the Cav the same, but yeah, I guess we'll just do this for the warband, and then we'll train our mercenary slingers here. That will help quite a bit, I think. We can stand off a bit longer, force them to come towards us, where we can throw our axes in a more defensive posture, and I think that'll work out a lot better. All right, let's do this. I guess we can also have you guys show up as reinforcements. So we'll sally out here, and oh, we got some black spears. That's not good. So Burn is starting to produce black spears. So what should we do about that? Well, I think we need to be a little aggressive here. And I think we're going to need to do some diplomatic chicanery, because I don't like Dale having that and just continuing to produce black spears, and every 5 or 10 turns sending like a quarterstack over with some annoyingly tough stuff to besiege Yodor. So that's not good. And so if we give this to another faction, we won't have that problem anymore. If we give it to a faction like the Dwarves, for example, that will just literally not be a problem. All right, and they're up on the hill because, yeah, fighting the Sallies at Yodor is not fun. And they've got longbowmen. Oh my gosh. So 2 units of those. There's some militia. There's those black spears. More militia and more longbows. 3 longbows. They got a mix of everything. So I don't even know that I want to put my guys out here, because they could hit them from above. So let's go... Yeah, let's just stay right here, actually. We'll be on this side of the map. And just get him out. We'll see what they're going to do, because they're probably going to do something stupid like move over here. It is the way of the AI to always go for this corner for some reason. No matter what the battle map is, in almost every case, they will go for the corner over here to your right when you sally. Now, if we had Cav out and ready, I still don't know that I would feel comfortable enough to charge with the Cav that we have against this unit. It's not a great unit, you know. Dale Mounted Watch is not super strong, but we don't have quite the men. All right, and oh, that's right. We're not going to get the reinforcements that I thought we would because we're not fighting on the tile outside the city. We're fighting on the city tile itself. So this is going to be a little annoying. Let's get the militia out front. My longbowmen are already shooting. Good for you. Well, let's get the cav over here. And axemen. We got to be careful because we literally can't train any more axemen. Or slingers, for that matter. I mean, this will change. We can be a little more loose with the skirmishers and the warband. And the longbowmen are in a boxy formation, which is not good. We're starting to get fire back at them. All right, let's come around here. We'll at least force them to move. And we got to be careful. We're still deploying. But we do need to force them to do some different stuff. Alright, let's run the slingers out. Okay, your guys are coming up the hill at us. Oof, yeah, they're charging. Alright, let's turn. I don't know if this is going to work. Possibly not. Alright, let's go after those longbowmen, I guess. Alright, slingers are now out. How's this going? Losing heavily, wavering. That's very good, actually. But we did lose quite a few of our own light cav. So, that was nice. Let's war cry. Right, and let's run you guys out. And we actually beat the longbows. Very unexpected. Let's get away from those black spears, though. I don't want anything to do with them. We'll hit these longbows with our cav. We're chasing them off the field, which is awesome. Let's go after the barding militia here, and let's go after these longbows. Yes, please run. All right, we'll just run away from the black spears. Actually, we'll hit you. Okay, great. We're just forcing them to rout by our mere presence, which is always what you want. All right, let's turn, actually. Maybe I don't want them so far up the hill. The black spears, you know, then we'd have to fight them down from there. Alright, but let's get our slingers over and actually order them to target that particular unit. And we'll get the skirmishers over there too. Okay, and we finally caught the longbowmen here. So let's get up and chase them down with our cav. Alright, and you're fine. Well, I'm going to probably use the slingers, you know, the missile troops, to shoot these guys in the back as long as we can, and then we'll engage them with the militia levies, I guess. These guys who are not engaged, and just kind of hold, and then hit them in the flank with the axes. I think we'll need to do all of those things in order to break this unit, or in order to wipe it out. They may, I guess, rout. All right, that is a possibility as well. Okay, I forgot, I guess, to have you guys actually attack. But they might just feel so threatened. Alright, now javelins are getting in here. That's nice, but notice how little damage they're taking. Yep, a very strong unit. I'm very impressed with the Mountain Warband. Let's just give them a little rally here. I don't know if that does anything. But if there's a chance that it will boost their morale by like 4 points or something, then that might be useful. It's ridiculous that this game is 20 years old and I still have no idea what this does. Like, can you only use it when troops are routing? Or is it or does it, and how does it work? Does it work by, you know, there's a 50% chance that they will not rout? Or does it literally give every unit on the board a like a bonus to morale of a certain number? I am just not sure. All right, we're getting there. We're still staying strong with our mountain warband. Down to 40 men. All right, we're going to pressure them a little bit from the back. They're going to realize that they are outflanked. They may get these guys to rout. All right, I kind of want to keep shooting. I think that's a better move, honestly, than charging them. So we'll just allow that to happen. We've still got plenty of sling bullets. That's the nice thing about slingers. They are wavering now. All right, that actually did it. Wonderful. And we're going to get rid of that unit completely. I'm going to stop the slingers. You just take a walk. And black spears no more. So yeah, the next move I think will be to take burn. And it's not something I really want to do because it is a little risky. It puts us directly across the river from Dorwinian, and we're not ready to face a strong Dorwinian. You know, I wouldn't have said that maybe last episode, but these couple of battles with Rhun have kind of opened my eyes to the general weakness of my unit roster. I mean, if we can't beat the worst that Rhun has to offer, like, or we can't easily beat it, right? Like, we did win both of those battles. Wow, Blade of Renown for Worgan the Hunter. A blade renowned throughout Middle-earth for its great lineage and the prowess of its many bearers. +1 true morale, +1 to hit points, +1 to valor of Commander's Bodyguard. Dang, so that's this guy here. Too bad he's gonna die like next turn. He is seasoned. He is the High War Chief. That doesn't mean he's the he's not the faction leader or heir or anything, but that's just a title that he has. Okay, well, let's retrain those units. We'll bring in some more, do some more retraining, and let's go with another sword. We've still got the population for it, and let's see what we have in burn. Yeah, hosting halls. That'll get you your black spears and better longbowmen and riders of Dale, and so we can't allow this. So that's why we're training stuff over here and here, actually. And you know, now that these guys are out in the field, they are acting as a defense for Barra's Doom. And to be honest, we haven't really needed defense in Barra's Doom, right? Let's take all these guys. I think the Mountain Warband are better, yeah, than the Hillman levies. So we'll take all the Mountain Warband, all the Hillman Axe levies, and we'll bring him down out of the hills, and we'll see if we can take out Burn. That probably won't happen in this episode, but that will be the plan. And we want to make sure, yes, we've got an emissary in Erebor. We can get to the dwarves in Gundothorin in like 2 seasons, and we want to do that fast, right? In fact, I think I'll do that right now. Let's get them there so that there will be no doubt that when the time comes, we can give the dwarves that settlement immediately. The thing I really want to do is find Gwaithring, I think it is, the name of the settlement that is in the region of North Rhun. It's just a little out of our spies' line of sight currently. Yeah, Gwaithring, there it is. And it looks very undefended. Oh, except for that. Except for the full stack right next to it. Very clever. Oh, this looks terrible. They got Riders of Ruin. This is a tier 3 cav unit, I believe. Spearmen of Rhun, lots of axemen. This is going to be a hard fight. Well, let's go. Let's check our supply. He is well supplied still, so that's very nice. And we do have to be careful because he's got some kind of bad traits. He's lazy, which hurts his hit points. He is faithless, which hurts troop morale. So that's -2 to morale. At least currently he's well supplied. That gives a +1, but that's going to go down as the turns tick off and we're in enemy territory. So that's not great. He's unlearned, which doesn't have an effect on combat. Casual fighter is just no effect really. Uncharismatic, I think that hurts troop morale. None of these things are particularly good, right? I mean, Borderlander is fine if you're fighting Dale, but it's not something that's going to help us against Rhun. And, okay, he's a gold giver, so that's +2 to morale. He's accommodating, so that's +1. So we're starting to make up for some of those penalties. Okay, and I think that's about it. He's at least competent, and so he's not as bad as he could be. That's, I guess, the best we can say. But at least we did finish some of these buildings. And very importantly, we finished in Erebor the 3rd tier. Is that a hosting hall? Yes, hosting halls. And here we get our Easterling Axe Hurlers. They are really expensive, but I'm going to train 4 units anyway. And we're gonna go with it. We've got a decent amount of population here, but the income is for sure going down. Okay, we executed another Elven Spy. So what can we build in Erebor now? Let's see, Metalsmith's Quarter is not going to give us any money, but it is going to give us armor. So, I mean, that's awesome, right? 9 turns, but I think that'll be worth it. Getting these guys with another armor, even more armor bonus, I think that's really good. It only costs a little bit in upkeep to do that as well, so I think that's going to be the good move. Okay, and the road should be done very soon in Barra's Doom. Yeah, 1 season. Okay, and nothing looking new over in Hjorth. And down here, Dorwinion is making inroads, it looks like. Not huge. But they do have some forces around here. Let's see what Adunabar's got in Lithmore Chant. Very interesting. They got Berserkers. A good mix of Orcish units and cultic stuff. Let's see what the other stacks are. Okay, yeah, Olag High. We saw those guys before. Hill Trolls. Yeah, so, some decent stuff. This seems to be their fallback position here. They still got some of Mordor, at least. All right, yes, our emissary is going to get in place. And once our troops come down from the Iron Hills, we'll go after Burn and get that taken care of. Okay. Yes, so we've got our safety emissary in Erebor. And here's our first of the Easterling Axe Hurlers. We'll just wait till we get, 4 of those, and then I'm not sure where we're going to put them. And finally, Rhodes in Barra's Doom. And that actually makes a big difference over all the places that we've been marching so frequently over. So back to Yodor with you. And I don't think I'm going to bother training anything here. We're probably losing money at this point. Okay, no, we're over 3,000 a turn. That is good. But Esgaroth, I think we got some spies in here still. 80% unrest, that's not normal. We do have a scout. He's got a network established. So he's doing all that he can. We just don't have agents that are as good as the elves. All right, but with that done, we can go and do our next thing. Oh, this gets it for a lot cheaper because we've got a good governor in here. That's right, we don't have a governor in Erebor. And we may as well, while we still have him, spend on these big ticket items. So I'm not even going to wait to get to the next level of, like military stuff. Let's just do this. We know we're going to want it. Oh my gosh. What is Rhun even doing? Do they have anything to do other than fight us? No, they don't. They've got nothing to do. Have they taken Nareg Zagil? Okay, we need to get a spy over there. I mean, it's fun looking at Adunabar, but I guess it's more important to check out this. It looks like the dwarves still have it. I don't know if they're under siege. Possibly there's a bit of discoloration there from the siege, but they still have it. All right, now the other thing is, as soon as we take Gwaithring, not only are we going to have to deal with Rhun, but we're going to be bordering Dorwinion. But we want Gwaithring, or do we? Do we want Gwaithring, per se? Maybe we would rather have a place like Fornhud. This is already at the highest tier, right? Dorwinians built a lot of stuff for us to take advantage of, and I kind of would rather fight Dorwinians' armies than all of this stuff. I know that that leaves the back door open to Barra's Doom, but they haven't been going that way. They've been coming up from the south. So I think we're going to do a change of plans. This is a homeland, right? This is the place that we left. And so I think it is only fitting that we make our triumphant return. Oh my gosh, screw you. They're going to park right on that hill. Okay, let's see. And of course they're not at war with Dorwinion, right? They're probably allied. Yeah, they're allied with Dorwinion. Yep. We're going to get there. We can't attack out of movement points, but we'll see. Maybe the next turn they are going to get an attack going. Let's get our spy right there. Okay, so they've got a nobleman, and they've got all this stuff. Now we're not at war with them currently, but I think we ought to start. Oh my gosh, though, look at this. I mean, Rhun does have to take this as part of their victory conditions, I'm quite sure. So they're just not because, it's the AI. Maybe we should do something really stupid and go, like, to Tham, which is down here. That's the starting capital of Rhun. It's a chief city. It's probably, it's going to have the max level of buildings. And it's probably going to be poorly defended because all of their troops are, I'm sure, concentrated up here and probably down here as well. So that's probably going to be the better move, in fact. We just need to bust through this and just keep going. Maybe we'll pick up some mercenaries on our way. We'll trespass through Dorwinian's lands. That'll be fine. I'll let them get big because it'll be kind of interesting to see. And if we start attacking Dorwinian, I really don't want to see a giant Rhun because you see that a lot. And it's kind of annoying to deal with. So I think that's going to be the move. Let's just take... Yeah, let's get this going. I think we'll leave one of the spearmen behind, and that'll probably be sufficient for public order purposes. All right, we can get some longbows. And we do have agents there. Let's just keep training some swords. And yeah, we probably do want hosting halls, but I think it's more important that we get attacking. Let's go right down here. We'll go after Burn. I guess I could risk my spy. We'll see, because he may. We'll see what they have. I don't know that I necessarily want to attack, the settlement like that. We may want to wait for them to counterattack. Oh my gosh. Lieutenant Ulwar and Ulwarth the Hunter. This is pretty nasty. Well, this is going to be the adventure for the next episode. And you look, he ran out of movement points too. But I guess that's legit because this guy's initiating the attack. So in the next episode, we're going to see how this goes. We may be in some really nice terrain here that we can set up on a hill and do a lot of damage to these guys one at a time, right? Like, obviously the balance of power looks horrible, but we could take out this, I'm quite confident, and if we can do that and then reassemble, we may have enough left over to take out this. This is their heir, their new heir after we killed the last one. And they've got some good stuff is the only thing, but don't be too intimidated by the chainmail. These axemen of Rhun are kind of easy to break if you get in around them and behind them. And so we've got maybe just enough cav to do that. And we've got some decent ranged stuff. Right? We've got longbows, we've got 2 slingers, we've got some skirmishers, and we've got lots of throwing axes. And if we set up on a hill, we're fighting defensively for the first time with these guys. They may really show their worth in that position. So I'm very much looking forward to this. I hope you'll stick around for that. Take care until then.